Okay, I'm done.
What?
That was a good intro.
Wow.
I could do this one.
You nailed it.
Yeah. New depths. Yes. OSP. Yes. St. Croix. Yes.
This is what's new this week at the Hookup Tackle. You forgot that part.
Oh. This is what's new at the Hookup Tackle.
Dude, nailed it.
There we go.
You are hitting, man. Welcome to the Hookup Tackle. The Hookup Tackle is the world's largest showcase of Megabass products, featuring baits and colors not found at any other dealer. The Hookup also offers a wide display of OSP, Evergreen, Deps, Lucky Craft, Jackal, and many more. The Hookup Tackle is owned and operated by family, is staffed by guides and verified tackle nerds who love helping anglers elevate their craft. If you're in the Phoenix area, we'd love to have you stop by our showroom and check out the wonderful world of Megabass and the Hookup for yourself. If you shop online, there are almost 10,000 SKUs of Megabass products alone, with hundreds of other companies and new products being added daily. So next time you're looking for that hard to find bait, that color your fish have never seen before, or maybe you just want to elevate your game, look at thehookuptackle.com. What is up, my friends? Welcome back to another What's New This Week episode here at the Hookup Tackle. I am Ben, aka the Tackle Otaku on Instagram, being filmed by my buddy Jeffrey the King. We are the Hookup Tackle USA. That amazing, wonderful introduction was our guy Griff, G-Sticks Bespoke, on Instagram. This is what's new this week at the Hookup Tackle. We are going to show you new drops that have arrived, as well as important restocks so you can stay on top of the game. What's up, Jeff?
Hello there.
You good?
We haven't done one of these in a minute, I feel like.
I know. It feels like it's been a year, even though it's been like a week. So, cheers, dude. Happy Sunday.
Great to be back.
All right, so let's dive in and let's start with some depths, because I know a lot of you guys have been waiting on the return of the Deps soft plastic. So we see a huge restock as well as some new colors this week from the Deps Bull Flats. Now all sizes are back, okay? So 3-inch, 3.8, 4.8, and 5.8. Ever since we had Kenta in here and he talked about how much he loved the Bull Flats, these things have been flying out. If you guys didn't see that video, Jeff will leave a link right here and you should check it out, because it's an amazing bait. It's amazing bluegill profile bait. So many different things you can do with the Bull Flat. So again, 5/8s are back. Some new colors. Green Pumpkin Scuppernong is new in that guy. Bluegill is new in that guy, believe it or not. 4/8s are back. So Green Pumpkin, bluegills, all that kind of stuff. 3 inches are back, right? So all of those are back in stock. There's also a brand new color in all of the sizes called Cherry Grape. So this guy is also brand new for Deps. It's kind of, to me, it looks like a Morning Dawn. I don't know. What do you think, Jeff? Kind of a Morning Dawn Pro Blue, maybe?
Yeah, I'd say Morning Dawn Pro Blue.
Yeah. So definitely, I think it's going to be a great color. So if you guys have been waiting on these, definitely scoop them up. I know a lot of you guys have also been waiting on cover scats. Those are still scheduled for April, so a couple more weeks on those. But if you've been waiting on the Bull Flats, there's a bunch in right now. I don't expect them to last really long. Definitely scoop those up. Also, this week from Deps, we see a restock in all the important colors of the Spiny Craw, specifically the Green Pumpkin, the Green Pumpkin Blue Flake. Those are back in the 3.5 and 4-inch size. Spiny Craw is kind of our go-to, just standard craw, right? It's got nice little appendages to have little movement on the side. It's got kind of that nice kind of flappy motion to it. Great jig trailer. So if you guys have been waiting for the Green Pumpkin colors, those are back. And a couple weeks ago, we announced the new edition of the 3-inch Deathhadder, right? So this is a brand new size in the Deathhadder. A lot of the colors sold out right away. This week we see a restock in those. We also see a brand new color in that. This is the Chartreuse Laser. So if you guys are bed fishing a smallmouth, this is crack. Okay, Chartreuse Laser to a smallmouth is crack. Jeff and I got to witness my oldest son absolutely whoop my butt last week throwing the Chartreuse Laser. So Definitely a great one. The 3-inch size is going to work on a nose hook drop shot. You can put it on a tiny little ball head as well, but really that nose hook drop shot, it's going to be deadly for you guys. So definitely check out the new color from Deps. All right, big restock this week of the Deps Bullshooter 160. You're familiar with this bait, yeah, Jeff?
Yeah, I like that bait.
So this is really one of the dopest, like bigger sized bluegill glide baits on the market. It has a beautiful glide, nice and wide. It's 160 millimeters long. It weighs 3.7 ounce. You can throw it on your mid-size swim bait rod. They've been out of stock in the slow sink for a minute, but now they are back in stock, and most of the key colors, you know, real bluegill, scum perch, largemouth, so on and so forth, they're back this week. All right. A couple weeks ago, we introduced you guys to the brand new Corrigan Magnum crankbait. This is a brand new concept for them that they are dropping in several different sizes. We saw the deep diver in, and now they're starting to trickle through some releases of some of the shallower divers. Now, at some point, these will become readily available, but what we're going to be seeing here for the next couple months is slow little drips. So they're going to release 1 or 2 colors per size that we're going to be seeing trickle through. I will highlight them as they come out because some of these are super dope. So this is the Corrigan Magnum 250. Okay, so this is going to be designed for that 2.5 meter depth. This is a super sick color. This is the new pumpkin seed color. Looks super sexy. That is also available in the Corrigan Magnum 150. So if you want more of a square bill, this would be a great one. That's going to be like your 3 to 5 foot diver. The 150 we also see come in this week in the red craw and in the horizon shad. And if you missed the episode where we introduced these, the Corrigan Magnum is the bigger size Corrigan, totally new design, and it features these kind of little like side bulbs here, right? And the idea with that is that as the water hits the bulb, as the crankbait's moving this way, the water is actually pushing it back the other way. So it's creating this resistance that is tightening up the motion of the crankbait. It's also creating a kind of a swirl and a draft behind the crankbait. So after it hits, it's kind of swirling and drafting off. Just a unique push of water that the fish aren't used to feeling as the bait is moving by. So the initial batch flew out. You guys have been catching them on it. I'm pretty excited to get some of these other sizes and colors in. So new this week, definitely check them out from Deps. All right, and then finally from Deps this week, we see a big restock in the Deps tackle storage. So I know a lot of you guys love the Deps boxes just because they offer several different sizes and depths, right? So, you know, most of you guys are familiar with like the standard lunchbox size. This is the 3010, right, for storing your normal stuff in. But we also see a return of the 3010 double deep, right? So this is going to be the extra deep version for storing some of your larger hard baits, some of your smaller swim baits. We also see a return this week of the 3020 double deep. So this is the next size up for storing. I mean, you can really put anything in there. So that's a great size. And then we also see the return of the 318 SD. And this is like your tinier storage, right? So it's kind of a flip case, and it's got some smaller internal pockets in there for storing, you know, hooks, weights, some of your smaller items. So super dope storage from Deps, back in stock. This week, Lucky Craft expands their live color series into the Pointer 78. Now, if you guys follow Lucky Craft at all, you'll know that their quote-unquote live color is kind of the trend that they are going in with their color patterns. And essentially, they're taking new colors and they're putting this kind of like scale pattern on it, right? Here, is that kind of shiny, Jeff?
No, it was actually really good.
Oh, damn it. Why didn't you stop me? Now I open this box and I gotta buy it. But that's cool. So there you go. So all the baits are going to kind of have this live look to them, kind of this scale pattern, lateral line. But this is the first time that we have seen them in the Pointer 78, which is the little, kind of the in-between. So we've seen it in the Pointer 100, Pointer 65, now the introduction of the 78. So just to kind of run through the colors really quick, this is live purple chartreuse Wakasagi that I get to buy now. Thanks, Jeff.
You messed up.
It's all right, dude. I love that color. Live French Pearl Wakasagi. Live Pearl Wakasagi. Live Stripe Shad. Live North Lake Wakasagi. live pearl shad, live chartreuse wakasagi, and live original wakasagi. So if you guys like those more detailed color patterns, you like a jerkbait that stays in that kind of 4 to 5 foot zone, 78's perfect, definitely check those out new this week from Lucky Craft. All right, staying in jerkbaits for a minute. If you guys followed Major League Fishing this week, you saw Takahiro Omori, you saw Brent Ayler, they're crushing them on the Slender Pointer 127. These guys are back. So we see a return of the Chartreuse Shad, the Aurora Black Ghost Minnow, and we even see a new color drop of the BE Gill in the Slender Pointer 127. This is a great kind of larger profile jerkbait. It's 127 millimeters. It weighs 3/4 of an ounce, but this is a great one for working over vegetation. If you guys are fishing around grass or any aquatic vegetation, it comes through it really well. It has a really beautiful motion, and they smoke the Slender Pointer. So excited to get the bigger sizes back. Those are back this week. All right, and we also see this week a couple of throwback colors from Lucky Craft. So it's interesting to see what they are doing in their color lineup. But in the LC 1.5 DRS, this is the deep rattling sound, we see a return of throwback color TO Shad. Okay, so this was a color that used to be out in the RC years and years and years ago. We see it back now in the LC 1.5, so pretty psyched about that. And then also really excited about this one coming back. This is in the LC 2.5, another throwback color from them. This is White Shad. So this was one of the original kind of Rick Clunn RC colors way back in the day. Definitely one of our best sellers when that bait was a thing. Now it's a thing again, so the LC 2.5 in White Shad available now. And then we also see a return of the biggest version in the Fat CB BDS 6. So this is the BDS 6 crankbait. Lucky Craft is reintroducing it in 4 colors. So we see Chartreuse Shad, TO Chartreuse, BP Golden Shiner, and TO Craw. And this is a big square bill. So this is a great an aquatic vegetation type square bill. If you guys are fishing through grass and you don't need it to really bounce off a bunch of wood, it's got this more rounded lip, so really designed to come through the vegetation more than hard structure and cover. But it's just it's a really big size bait when they want that little bigger profile. Excited to get these back, new from Lucky Craft. All right, a couple of important color returns to talk to you guys about from Megabass, and specifically in the +1 jerkbait. So the Edovision 110 +1, we see a return this week in a couple of colors that are really tough to keep in stock. So if you guys have been waiting on these, snatch them up. So GLX Cotton Wakasagi is back in stock. It's a great clear water color, kind of like pretty much just like a Morning Dawn type jerkbait. Those are back. We also see a return of See-Through Glitter IU. This one flew out of here a couple weeks ago. These aren't available all the time, so if you guys missed out, they are available again right now. And we also see Wagin Komoran Oikawa return. I posted this on Instagram this week too to let you guys know. Let me take this one out. If you guys aren't throwing, well, any of these colors are great, right? But this Wagin Komoran Oikawa is a really interesting color because it's kind of that shiny Oikawa type color. It's got the pearl belly and that kind of silver sides, but it's fully transparent. So when the light hits it and it goes through, it totally goes away and blends in the water. So just a beautiful natural profile bait that still gives you some flash. So those are back in stock this week. Probably won't last long, so definitely scoop those up. We also see some small trickles back in the 110 +1 Junior. So I know a lot of you guys have been waiting on these.
Those ones are kind of
now you tell me. French Pearl is back in stock in that guy. A Leggy Bone is back in stock in that guy. Table Rock is back. Kasumi Ito is back. Handful of other colors are back. So if you guys have been waiting on some of these colors, those are back this week. And then we also see a big restock this week, finally, of the 4-inch bottle shrimp. Now the bottle shrimps have become one of our best selling soft plastic baits. We see a return of all colors this week in the bottle shrimp. The bottle shrimp is just a great all-around. You can use it as a jig trailer. You can fish it by itself. This 4-inch size is a great one for kind of flipping and pitching. It's perfect timing for the spring. So you can see it's got a couple little appendages on the side. It's got these big kind of claws that kind of float up and kind of give a really hard kind of thump to it, right? So just a great addition. If you guys are flipping and pitching at all, this is a great one to have. If you're looking for just a unique jig trailer, also a great one to have. And they smell like jalapenos. Tell me if, just think jalapeno and tell me if that smells like a jalapeno.
No, it smells like plastic.
No, it doesn't.
It smells like any old plastic from Megabass.
It smells like jalapeno.
No, it does not, dude.
Griff!
Unless your jalapenos are literally dipped in plastic.
It
Sounds like a regular, it literally smells like any old regular plastic from Megabass.
It really doesn't.
I don't know what to tell you, G.
Dude, that
You're
smells
tripping.
like jalapeno.
There's probably a jalapeno thing up your nose then.
Griff!
It's just stuck there. Well, obviously he's gonna side with you.
Well, I'm not telling him what I said. Take a sniff. Does that smell like jalapenos or not?
Yes. It smells spicy. Like jalapenos and plastic.
No, there's more plastic to me.
No, it's jalapenos.
No, I just smell plastic.
Well, it's a great bait, or if you just like sniffing jalapenos, it's dope for that too. Or plastic.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Yummy.
It's jalapeno. So, anyways, check them out. All the colors are in stock. 4-inch bottle shrimp from Megabass. I'm right, Jeff.
Yeah, it just smells like plastic to
Oh
me.
my god.
I don't know.
Do you know what a jalapeno is?
Probably.
Maybe I should have started there. Have you ever smelled a jalapeno?
I don't think I smell them. I normally just eat the fucking things.
Okay. Really? Again, Jeff?
Yes.
You're staring at my scrum again?
Again.
Dude, leave my scrum alone.
Just good looking.
Just because I get the scrum back in doesn't mean you got to keep staring at it. All right, guys. A lot of you guys have been waiting for some OSP restock. We see a pretty big restock this week, so I'm going to highlight some of the items that you've been waiting for. The brand new hook, the OSP Scrum, is back in stock. This is the guy that's designed for weedless Nico rig and weedless wacky rig fishing. It's a great hook. It's been flying out of here. First big restock we've seen in quite some time, so if you've been waiting, you can scoop those up now. We also see really big restocks in the Blitz series of crankbaits. So if you guys have been waiting on any of the Blitz square bills, those are back in stock, including some of the key colors. All right, so those are back. We also see a bunch of colors arrive back in the Blitz MR. So the MR is going to be 51 millimeters, weighs 9.5 grams, right? So kind of like a 3/16 ounce. This is an amazing one for banging, just kind of running the bank, bouncing off rocks. It has that really dope kind of coffin-shaped lip on it. So huge restock of those. Plus, we see a brand new colorway in this week. We see Tasty Shad Bone. So let's see if I can get it out of the package. There we go. So brand new color in that. So it's just more of a bone body that they put the Tasty Shad on, so it has that just kind of beautiful natural tone to it. So if you guys have been waiting on Blitz or Blitz MR, those are back in stock this week from OSP. Aye. What was that? I was like a pirate. Aye.
Okay.
Aye. Arr. All right. We see a return in some Blitz Max as well as the rattling version of Blitz Max. So these are available in a silent and a kind of a one-knock rattle. So if you guys have been waiting on some of those return also. There are not many deep diving OSPs available. OSPs just they're not scheduled yet to run. We were able to squeeze a couple of colors out in the Blitz EX DR. So Tasty Shad returns, Red Craw returns. So if you guys have been waiting on any of these, you're just gonna have to make do with the colors that are available right now until they do a big replenishment, and then of course we'll bring them all in. But a couple available again from OSP. And then we are also able to snag quite a few of the tiny Blitz DRs. So we see a return in some of our favorite colors in this guy. Red Craw's back, Ghost Minnow's back, Blueback Herring's back, Chartreuse Blue is back. So the tiny Blitz is a super dope one. It's only 45 millimeters. It's just under a 1/4 ounce, so a small tiny little crankbait that still gets down 12, 13 foot deep. Pretty special one. So if you guys have been waiting on those are back.
God.
Yeah, hit me up on my OnlyFans account. I'll let you know the price. Let me know when we're ready because I'm holding these very still.
Yeah, I'm filming.
All right. We also see a restock this week of the OSP HPF Crank Spec II. This is one of the dopest flat side crankbaits, super hard hitting. So we see a return of Tasty Shad, Ghost Minnow, Matte Wakasagi. And OSP makes amazing matte finishes in crankbaits too. So super dope to get those back. Those are back. We also see 6 brand new color additions to the OSP Over Real Wake. So this is a very small little finessey wake bait. It's tiny, it's only 63 millimeters. Only weighs 2.6 grams, so you know we're looking at like a 1/16 of an ounce, really light, but a super dope little finesse bait when they're really picky, or if you guys like to throw BFS or light spinning gear, this would be a great one. So here's a look at the colors. So there's 6 new ones, and I'll let you guys check those out. Super dope. Griff, you jack them on the Over Real Wake, don't you?
I do.
Yeah.
Yes,
So,
yes.
good. I'm trying to touch my baits.
Right there.
Oh, well, why didn't you just say that, Jeff?
Because you've been tilting them up.
Oh.
If you tilt them just nice, the lights won't get them.
Thanks for the direction,
I
guy.
have to be that guy.
Thanks for the direction, guy. All right, and really what we see a huge restock this week from OSP is in the soft plastics. It's like DoLive Mania over here. So just in time for spring, we see a huge restock plus some new colors in the DoLive Stick Fat 4.5. Now this is, in my mind, the best like weightless Senko style bait for the spring. If you guys like throwing a weightless stick bait, this one is amazing. The Fat is one of my favorites just because it casts so easily. I mean, you can throw this thing a mile, and basically this guy is going to horizontal shimmy just like a Senko, right, where it kind of just falls down. Only this tail on the back is going to kick kind of like a fluke as it falls. So you get that kind of beautiful 2-in-1 motion of the bait. I know a lot of you guys have been throwing this thing and crushing them. So as the fish move up in the spring, this is just a great choice to throw at them. So back in stock in all of the colors, vitamin gill, green pumpkin, everything you can think of is back. Plus we see some new smoke shad, a new morning dawn color. So definitely check those up, scoop those up while you can. We also see a big restock in the original DoLive Stick 4.5. So this is the non-fat version. Okay, so this guy is just going to give you a little tighter fall than the Fat. Okay, so it's a little more finessey than the Fat, right? A little thinner all the way around, but same idea. It's just going to be a little more finesse. It also works great on the back of a jackhammer or as a trailer. So a super versatile bait, available in all the colors again. So we see it in, you know, green pumpkin shad, lively wakasagi, green pumpkin chartreuse, on and on. Those are all back in stock from OSP. We also see a huge restock in the beavers this week. And I know that you guys have been crushing them on the beavers. So we see a return plus some new color additions in some sizes. So like Amazari here is now available in the entire range of sizes. So the 4-inch, the 3.5-inch, plus the 3-inch. Now, if you guys aren't familiar with the beaver, let me give you a very quick rundown. These guys are available in 3 standard sizes: 3-inch, 3.5, and 4. They also make a Magnum, which is like a 2-ounce version, so that's a whole other deal. But these guys are incredible, just kind of all-around beaver use for flipping, pitching. You can free rig it, you can Texas rig it, you can throw it weightless. But the beaver has these really big claws on it, right? You can see the size of it. And as this thing is falling and being pulled down, it has this kind of dolphin kick type swim. So those pinchers are kind of swimming like this as it's falling, just like a crawdad that's kind of scurrying down. And then when the weight stops pulling it, right, it switches to a horizontal fall and then falls just like this. So just like a crawdad that's kind of getting away, and then it kind of just falls down. I've never seen a bait imitate it better than this one.
You get it with the bottle.
That shit stank.
It doesn't smell like plastic.
There is a plastic smell, but there's an overwhelming shrimp seafood smell to
Yeah,
it.
it's definitely a seafood smell.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to take you out for seafood so you know what some of these things smell like, Jeff.
Dude, I don't smell them. I just put them on a hook, fire them out there, and I catch big giant bass on them.
But you don't. 3-inch size, little bit different. So the 3-inch size is going to have some little curly things dangling out the back of it. I think that was the technical way of describing that bait, Jeff. So if you like little curly things hanging out the back, the 3-inch is dope. But the 3-inch is an amazing like Ned rig guy. So it sits up great on the Ned rig. As it falls, it's going to have that great kind of kick. Plus those curly little things are going to make some motion. So if you guys are looking for a small little finesse-y option, the 3-inch is super dope. So anyways, they're all back in stock. They smell amazing. And they catch a lot of fish. So if you guys are interested in a super dope beaver creature kind of bait, DoLive Beavers are back. All right, also just a couple quick restocks to let you guys know about, because I know a lot of you have been waiting. The DoLive Gill is back in stock from OSP this week. The DoLive Gill is an amazing free rig bait. Okay, a lot of guys use it as a jig trailer as well, but really where this guy shines is on the free rig. It's got that kind of flat side on the top and the rounded underneath, and it's got these great little kind of kicky things. Nailed it again, Jeff. Super technical today, right? But this guy is going to glide away from you while those legs are just kind of kicking. Perfect bluegill profile. Definitely doesn't smell like plastic. Do you want to sniff the bait or my finger? Option A or option B?
Option C.
Okay. Back in stock. They're available in 2 sizes. 3.6-inch is the standard size that we throw, but there's also a tiny, cute little 2-incher. So you want to throw it on a drop shot or like micro free rig or BFS it, you can as well. We also see a return of the DoLive Shot. So the DoLive Shot is the back glide bait from OSP. So you rig this guy backwards, throw it out, and it will glide away from you. An amazing bait. We see a return this week in that guy. We also see a return in the 3-inch DoLive Craw and all the green pumpkin colors. So green pumpkin chartreuse, green pumpkin, blue flake, all that kind of stuff. Those are back. This is our go-to jig trailer for the finesse jig. So if you're throwing that Deps headlock, Kitech, tungsten football, this is an amazing jig trailer for that. So those are all back. And then we see a huge restock and a couple new color drops in the OSP DoLive Shad. So we see Silver Shad. This is a new color drop for them. So it's kind of a smoky color, some hologram flakes. That is available now. And then we see Neon Wakasagi, which is our best-selling color in the smaller size. We see it come into the 4.5-inch size as well. So if you guys like throwing swim baits, DoLive Shads are back in stock. All right, we see a restock this week in one of our best-selling tackle storage bags. This is the OSP Messenger bag, and we see it return in the green color. It's been a while since we've been able to get the green in, but this guy is back. If you guys aren't familiar with the Messenger bag, it's got a padded side, it's got a padded strap. You can access all kinds of pockets, store all kinds of great stuff in this bag. It's designed to be worn as a sling. Of course, you can wear it, however you want to, but as a sling over your side, everything just pulls around. You can access all your stuff from right here. It's got a pull through. You can unvelcro this main flap. So lots of versatility, lots of adjustment to this bag. It also has compression straps on the bottom. So if you want to store, any type of bottle or your jacket or any of that stuff, tons of options to this guy. So these guys are back. We also see a brand new soft goods drop from OSP. We see the OSP hip pack. Now the hip pack is going to be available in a white and a black. This is a very clean pack. It's small. It doesn't have a lot of fluff to it. Very clean lines. It's got a waterproof material and zipper on the top. And you can see it's got enough room for storing a couple of like lunch boxes or a handful of baits in there. You see a lot of guys in Japan actually wearing hip packs on the boat right? And then that way they can keep their essentials on them without having to go down and grab, you know, pliers or baits or whatever. And that's really what this bag was designed for. It's really designed to keep things that are important for you right at your hands and have quick access to them, versus like, you know, you're going to go backpacking, you need a big robust hip pack with water bottle holders and all that stuff. This isn't that. This is going to be more of a streamlined minimalist approach, but a beautiful bag. I know a lot of you guys have been asking to get them in. It is padded on the back as well, so it's going to be super comfortable to wear. It's very light, so I don't expect these to be available all the time. So if you've been looking at it, been eyeballing it, I would definitely scoop them up. They are available now. There you go, new from OSP. Big restock this week of a pro shop only reel that I know a lot of you guys have been waiting on from Daiwa. This is our #1 selling spinning reel. This is the Daiwa Kage LT. Now the LT is available in a 1000, a 2000, and a 2500 size. This is a reel that Daiwa created specifically for pro shops. So you're not going to find this guy available for sale online. Okay, so if this is a reel that you're interested in, you're either going to need to come into the store or just call us or shoot me a DM on Instagram and I can take care of it for you and we can hook it up. So just to give you some quick spec, this is a $199 spinning reel from Daiwa, 6.2 to 1 gear ratio, it's 6.2 ounces. But what's amazing about this is it's a 9 bearing system. So honestly, this is really one of the smoothest reels that they have in their arsenal, period. So you've got, you know, Exist and Certate way up here. They blow everything else away. And then I would put this really right there below those two for, you know, under 200 bucks. The drag is butter smooth. I mean, for 199 bucks, it's an amazing bang for the buck. It's a no-brainer. It's sexy as hell. It's got that Japanese cork knob on it. It's all matte black. So again, $199. If you guys are interested in it, hit me up. I can take care of it for you, or give us a call next week, or come into the shop and definitely check those out. So Daiwa in stock for now. All right, handcrafted in the USA for under $200 is not something you hear very often, if ever, for a fishing rod. But St. Croix has released their brand new Victory series of rods. Now these came out last week, right? So since we were kind of off our game a little bit, we didn't get to announce these on the What's New video last week, so they are arriving into this week. We still have some left. The initial drop was a very limited drop for all dealers, okay? There are 8 models available. There are 5 casting, 3 spinning. Jeff and I went back last fall and R&D'd these with St. Croix. Got to fish them, got to, you know, give some input in them. This is their new shining star, I would say, right? So they have blended 2 different graphites into one to give kind of the best of the St. Croix world. You get that great durability that they're known for. You get that great kind of parabolic bend that St. Croix is famous for, and a very stylish rod for St. Croix and very light. Right? So, you know, for a $200 rod, they are every bit as light as any other $200 rod that you're going to know right now. Zodius, Levante, any of those, it's right on par with it as far as weight goes. It comes with the traditional 15-year St. Croix warranty, so no questions asked, and that is transferable. So the life of the rod is warranted through Park Falls, Wisconsin. So a great rod to definitely consider and check out. So there's one of the casting models we just looked at. Here is one of the spinning models, so you guys can see the styling on this guy as well. Just clean, simple, you know, so all the key models came out in this stock, and then we're going to see about 20 more models launch probably at ICAST for a summer drop, and it'll be a pretty expansive line, and many of those models are new actions that St. Croix has never done before. So pretty excited to see the whole line come, but I think you guys are really going to dig this from St. Croix. 180 to 200 bucks, available now. All right, big restock this week from Megabass Japan in rods. So we see some new additions, we see some important restock items to let you guys know about. So I'm just going to run through them really quick. So for the first time in the US, we see the addition of the Orochi XXX two-piece rods. Okay, so up until now, there's been the one-piece Orochis and there's been the three-piece Orochis, but this is the first time that the two-piece have been available. So they come in a travel sleeve. They are in 2 casting and 2 spinning models. They are going to be ferruled in the center of the rod, okay? So if you guys are looking for rods that you can travel with, that you can put together very easily, you can just keep in your car, these would be great options, and they're giving you models that aren't available now in the multi-piece line. So excited to see this multi-piece line expand. Definitely check them out. They have all the same hardware, all the same blank, everything is the same as the original Orochi XXX. It's just in some 2-piece models. So those are new this week from Megabass. All right, we also see 3 brand new spinning rod editions in the Japan Destroyer lineup. So the first edition is in the Japan Destroyer carbon head, and this is the F566XS. This is the Bush Hack. Okay, so the Bush Hack is an F5, which is very powerful for a spinning rod. This rod, for us, feels and acts almost identical to the P5 Windbuster. It has almost the same bend, that same taper, but it's in a shorter package. It's in a 6.6 package, right? So if you guys like that kind of just, stable bend right through the midsection, but a lot of power, this could be an amazing option if you need a little shorter stick than the Windbuster. Okay, so there you have it. It's the Bush Hack Kameyama edition in the Destroyer carbon head. Maybe a one-time drop. These have never been offered before, so it'll be interesting to see if they're available down the road. But if you guys collect Megabass rods, have been looking for some unique pieces in the Japan Destroyer, this is definitely one to consider adding. And then in regular Japan Destroyer, we see the Lycaon. Okay, so this is an F1-61XS. Okay, so an F1 power, 6'1". You can see it has this kind of unique rear grip that we don't see really in any other Megabass spinning rod. It's going to be a very finessey, short rod for doing, light hard baits, light soft plastics, trout, crappie, any of that stuff. If you guys want to elevate any of those sticks, this would be a dope one to have. And then we also see the F2 64XS. This is the Overdrive. Okay, so another new addition to Japan Destroyer, and this is going to have the more traditional kind of cork front and EVA foam back on there. This guy as well is going to be kind of a great small jerkbait rod, small crankbait rod, that kind of stuff. And a lot of you guys are always looking for a jerkbait stick. This would be a great one. Because it's F2, it's rated a 1/32 to a 1/4 ounce. So this is like for your, X80 trick darter and down. X70, some of the smaller great hunting stuff would be super dope on that. So those are new in Japan Destroyer. Okay, we also see new additions to Japan Destroyer and Destroyer Carbon Head in a brand new offering. This is the F3-61. This is the Speed Tip Custom. Okay, so this is a very unique rod, a totally different rod than anything else in the lineup. You can see this really amazing grip here that's going to allow your finger to just kind of sit there perfectly, because this is a shorter rod, right? Very light. This would be an amazing kind of BFS-ish style rod. You can see that it kind of bends through the midsection here, right, and down to the tip. Just spec it out. It is F3. So it is capable of handling 1/8 ounce to a 1/2 ounce. So this is going to be for like your smaller crankbaits that are harder to throw, right? So like your smaller Blitz crankbaits, your smaller like knuckle LDs, knuckle LD juniors, the little griffins. This would be an amazing little rod for that. So again, it's available both in the carbon head that I have here and the regular Japan Destroyer. Same rod, just 2 different lines. So if that's interesting, definitely check that out. It's a super sick rod. So I think you guys will dig that. All right, 2 new models arrived this week in one of my favorite lines in the Megabass world. This is the Megabass Valkyrie line. So this is a look at the VKC 6.7 ML. So this is the 6.7 medium light, 1/8 ounce to 1/2 ounce rod. If you guys aren't familiar with Valkyries, Valkyries are all a fiberglass carbon composite. They all have an adjustable rear grip, so it allows you to extend or shorten the grip based on what you need. If you need a long 2-hand cast, or if you need to just shorten it to kind of balance it out for a little shorter roll cast, gives you a lot of flexibility there. The 6.7 medium light is a great kind of straight through parabolic bend, so it's going to be an amazing one for little jerk baits, smaller crankbaits, all that kind of stuff. I think you guys will really dig that. Then we also see a drop of the 6.6 medium plus. So 1/4 to 3/4 ounce on this guy. This guy is basically the smaller, shorter version of the 6.9 medium plus. Almost the identical action in this guy as the 110 special used to be in the Destroyer USA lineup. So if you guys have been looking for an amazing jerkbait rod that's a little bit shorter, this should definitely be on your radar. Both the 6.9 medium plus and the 6.6 medium plus, but the 6.6 medium plus is almost identical, right? So it's got that just beautiful soft tip so that as you twitch it, it's just gonna bounce back. And then when the fish really load up on it, it's going to have that nice bend through the middle. So kind of that 2-in-1 power there. I think you guys will be happy that those are in, new from Megabass. All right, and then some quick restocks for you guys. We see a return in the TS Destroyer. The TS Destroyer Poker is back in stock. This is my favorite frog rod, pitch-in rod. It's just an amazing rod, 7.2, an incredible, just a beautiful rod, but tons of power in this guy. These are back. We also see a return this week in the TS Destroyer Casino. So this is the 7-foot 7-inch, the 2 to 6 ounce swim bait rod from Megabass. This is one of the few legit parabolic bends through the middle swim bait rods in the TS Destroyer line. So that guy is back. And then we also see a return to the single spinning option in the TS Destroyer. This is the TS 7.2, the 775. 3/8 to 1 1/4 ounce is the lure rating. It's a beautiful rod. This is a very stiff, very heavy rod, right? So if you guys, need to throw, some of that heavier stuff and it needs to go on a spinning rod, this can be a great option for you. So those are back in stock. All right, and a couple important restocks to note. In Destroyer Evolution, the Super Diablo Type L has returned. This is the F5.5 7.2. This is our #1 seller in this line. So Evolution is just incredibly beautiful. It's made of that titanium shaft, super light. The Diablo Type L has got that nice kind of soft tip at the top. It's just a beautiful spinnerbait rod. You could throw crankbait, lipless. It's got enough sensitivity. You could throw soft plastics on it. So just a super dope rod. Those return. We also see a return of the Cliffhanger Evolution. So this is kind of the BFS rod of the lineup, if you will. So it's an F2.5 6.8, so 1/8 ounce, 2.5 ounce. Just a great all-around rod for throwing lighter finesse type stuff, but still enough tip to where you can throw, smaller hard baits in that stuff as well. Staying in Cliffhanger for a minute, we see a return in Destroyer P5 of the Cliffhanger Thrilling. So this is our #1 seller in the BFS realm. It's an F2.60, right? So lure rating on this guy is 1/8 ounce to 1/2 ounce. It's got that just beautiful action to it. This is an amazing one. I fish this one all the time. It can definitely throw smaller hard baits. It's incredible for smaller soft plastics. So if you guys throw a lot of small soft plastics, this one is so dope. Cliffhanger Thrilling is back. And I don't know if these will be still in stock by the time this video drops, but we did get a handful of my favorite spinning rod. This is the Destroyer P5 Windbuster. We talk about this rod a lot. I wish I got 1,000 of them, but of course that didn't happen. But we did get a handful in stock. So if you guys have been looking for this, if you've been waiting for this, definitely jump on right now, take a peek. Hopefully there's something available for you guys, but they are in stock right now, back from Megabass. All right, guys, that is a wrap for our show this week. Thank you so much for hanging out and joining. If nothing else, buy a bag of bottle shrimps so that we can all tell Jeff that he really doesn't know what a jalapeno smells like. Trust me, they smell like jalapenos. Jeff, you're wrong. Griff, am I right?
Yes.
I'm right. So guys, until next time, thank you for watching. Thank you for the business. Thank you for the support. We will see you again next week. Have a great week, everyone. Happy Sunday. Peace.
Wait, where
What?
was the Orion in this entire video? I didn't see any Orion. It's the only reason why I watch these videos anyways.
Really? It's for the Orion?
Yeah.
We rolling?
Oh yeah, we're rolling.
It is Sunday.
Yeah.
Cheers, my friends.
That's a dope shirt.
Do I match? Your shirt and your can should always match, Jeff.
Yeah.
Do you know what this smells like, Jeff?
What does that smell like, dude?
Heaven. Or as Griff would say, a nude beach in Okinawa. Cheers, my friends. Happy Sunday. Happy now, Jeff?
Yes.
Me too. Peace out, guys.